There is another question here. You addressed it a little bit, but it is one where the saints have spoken, and it's one about heresy. And I think following this papacy, even as a layman who has not a theological background, but knows his catechism and has tried his best to raise his children in the faith, it seems to me like there's heresy. Of what type, is a different question. But over and over and over again, over now 10 years, we've had not one, not even 50, but very, very, very many departures from the doctrine of the faith. And so one of the quotes that I have here, and it pertains to the question of heresy. It's from Cardinal Newman, John Henry Newman, summarized the tradition of thinking that a pope who falls into heresy loses office. He said, and he's presenting it as the tradition of the church. He said, we hold also that a heretical pope ipso facto ceases to be pope by reason of his heresy. If I could get your take on that.
Yes, this is a meaning of the theologians, even of saints, but not the teaching of the church. We have to distinguish this. Never the magisterium of the church, and I say constant magisterium. This is important. The constant magisterium of the popes taught this. No one. Only there is an indication in the old canon law, which is called Corpus Juris Canonici, which was a collection of canonical norms from the Middle Ages until 1917, when started a new code of canon law. There was a norm of the Decretum Gratiani, which said the Pope cannot be judged by no one, unless he is falling in heresy. But without giving norms how to proceed. No norms. Only this affirmation of Gratian. And it was simply kept in the collection, but the popes did not took this phrase in their magisterium teaching. They did not taught this, never. With one exception of Paul IV in the 16th century, who made a famous bull that a heretic cannot be elected a pope. It's only one document in 2,000 years. It's not a constant magisterium of the church. They have to distinguish. And it's not an ex cathedra decision, which someone erroneously presented this. So we have to be very correct and careful in examining the history of the church.